Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we'll recap the romance comedy film It's a Boy-Girl Thing, released in the year 2006. The movie begins with Woody and Nell. Despite being neighbors, they both have always assumed the worst of each other. Nell struggles to study because Woody is listening to rap music. She asks him to turn it off. However, Woody jokes that he would only do it if Nell flashes him. Scandalized, Nell closes her window, not realizing that her pajamas got stuck and she ended up flashing Woody. That's just a regular night for the two of them, as they're the opposites of each other. Prim and proper, Nell Bedworth loves literature, but is very sensitive, whereas confident and Mr. Popular, Woody Dean is the captain of the football team, who gets his popularity in his head. Being neighbors never really improved their relationship, as they find each other despicable and are constantly bickering over the smallest things. Both have important upcoming events. Nell has an interview with Yale next week, while Woody has a big game where he could potentially land a college scholarship with his performance. Nell's dream is to get into Yale, while Woody's dream is to study instead of working in his father's shop. The constant arguing between Woody and Nell at home doesn't do enough. Even at school, they are constantly at each other's throats, especially since Woody makes it his life mission to mess with Nell. That day, they have to visit the museum for a school activity. Much to their disappointment, Woody and Nell are partners in this. As expected, the two couldn't help but exchange insults. Standing and arguing in front of Tezcatlipoca, an Aztec god of ancient sorcery, they were unaware that a magic spell was being cast upon them.
The next day, they switch bodies. Initially thinking that it must be a dream, they both soon realize that it is real. They come to their windows that are parallel to each other and agree to talk about this strange occurrence. However, they didn't get a chance to do that. During their first day in opposite bodies, they try their best to adapt to each other's lifestyle. For breakfast, Woody tries oatmeal, while Nell eats heavily seasoned pork meat. But both don't have the stomach to handle it. Even at school, their friend groups and interests are completely different. Living as each other seemed impossible. With no other option, they decide to get through the day first and see if they can turn back to normal the next day. When they meet, they start arguing again because they feel that they're being misrepresented. In opposite bodies, Woody answers a question poorly, making a complete fool out of Nell, whereas Nell fails at Woody's football practice and shows up looking dorky the next day, which frustrates Woody. To retaliate, Woody dresses provocatively the next day and acts weird in front of others. Nell also starts doing odd things in Woody's body. For her most heinous revenge, she breaks up with Brianna, Woody's girlfriend. Woody is pissed off and decides to make it even. In Nell's body, he rides off with Nikki, a greasy biker, and makes Nell think that she is going to lose her virginity that night. However, that wasn't the case, since Woody couldn't get through it, and he leaves Nikki alone, returning home untouched. The next day, rumors that Nikki and Nell spent the night together spread around the school. This breaks Nell's heart as she thinks that she lost her virginity to a boy she doesn't love. Guilty of seeing Nell crestfallen, Woody confesses that nothing happened. Nell is relieved, but says that Nikki has been spreading rumors which are tarnishing her reputation and image. Woody decides to make amends, so he rushes to confront Nikki, but cannot get the truth out of him. Nell interferes as he tackles Nikki to the ground. He punches him and demands that he tell the truth and apologize to Nell at that instant. The camaraderie between them then begins, as they must immediately go back to their bodies before the homecoming game and Yale interview. While discussing their plans, they decide to return to what they were doing before the switch, in front of Tezcatlipoca. Together, they talk to the statue, convincing the god that the fight between them is just friendly banter, and that they were close. However, nothing happens, and they are still in the same mess. Frustrated that this might ruin their chances for college, They start training each other for their respective events. Woody trains Nell to use his body's strength and improve his football skills and knowledge, while Nell tutors Woody on the technical elements and analysis of poetry. That night, Nell meets Woody's father. There, he opens up about his past friendship with Ted, Nell's father. However, the two of them drifted apart because Nell's mother, Catherine, didn't approve of their friendship. The next day, Woody finds Chanel, Brianna's friend, crying as she learns that his friend cheated on her. At first, he defends him as he thinks he knows him better than anyone, but later focuses on consoling Chanel. This makes Chanel see Nell in a different light, so she invites her over to their sleepover. Brianna didn't want to agree at first, but eventually gives in and welcomes Nell, who is actually Woody. At the sleepover, they do the typical things, talking about boys, manicures, pedicures, skincare, and girls talk, which led to them giving Nell a Brazilian wax. Meanwhile, Nell is with Horse and gets drunk after having been to several house parties. The next day, Woody helps her get through her first hangover. The two of them start spending more quality time together, which draws them closer, and they grow comfortable with each other.
Nell helps Woody decide what to wear for the Yale interview. Woody proposes that they come to the homecoming dance together due to their circumstances, but both deny that it is a date, even if it truly is. In Nell's body, Woody tells her parents that she'll be late tomorrow, as she'll be studying with Woody, eliciting a negative response from her mother. But it turns out, Catherine, Nell's mother, does not approve of their friendship because of his family, and calls him a troubled, stupid, and loser kid. This causes a huge fight between Woody and Nell, because Woody is discouraged by hearing what others think of him. Both go to each other's events. Woody goes to the Yale interview. Initially, he does well, but when it comes to modern poetry, he blanks out. Despite that, he does his best and starts acing the interview by expressing his love for rap songs. This impresses the interviewer because of his unique approach to showcasing poetry. At school, the football game starts. Things were not going well for the game, and it was Nell's turn to change the course of the game. It all comes to the touchdown, the most crucial point of the game. Woody watches everything, from the moment Nell saves the game to the moment she wins the game. Woody is especially proud of her because she won the game for him. A college recruiter watched the game and handed Nell their college card. Excitedly, Nell broke the news to Woody. The two of them laid their hearts to each other. Suddenly, the magic switched their bodies back. Woody's teammates carry him away before they both fully realize what had happened. On the way, Brianna pulled Woody for a kiss. Nell sees this and runs away, and he doesn't get a chance to explain. On the day of homecoming, Nell receives the news that she has been accepted to Yale. But even though her dream had just come true, she was not truly happy. Despite getting back with Brianna, Woody isn't happy either. He rejects Brianna's advances and isn't bothered even after winning the title of Homecoming King. At home, Nell is alone and decides not to go to the homecoming. Her father gives her a dress and a gift, and his blessing for her to be with Woody. After Nell arrives, Woody immediately removes the crown and goes to her. She's the only thing he can think about at that moment, as everyone else had disappeared in his line of sight. Both confess their love for each other and kiss. Brianna gets enraged and is about to cause a scene, so they run away and continue to kiss in front of their houses. Regardless of her mother's objections, Nell decides to take a year off and hops in the car with Woody to drive off. That's all for the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more movie recaps. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.